A spoiled opportunity there for the Crusaders. Duffy, Chernick, Mirek, they're all coming back to play defense on top of Amara Higgins, who is starting in today's game. They've had to cover up for Lenkert's absence, and they're doing a phenomenal job. First quarter, you wonder how important that Smith goal was early. They lead now by 2 on 2 free position goals. That's huge in games like this to capitalize and be advantageous on those opportunities.
If you've got dinner for 7, cancel those plans.
He's a player that plays in the trenches, in the paint, draw controls on the defensive side of the ball, and she'll have an opportunity here to pot a goal.
This is somebody who, when you see her coming, you do want to get out of the way, or at least you think about it.
6 feet tall, that's certainly above the average for this sport. Job with matching up on the defensive side of the ball. You have the nose guards. You have Massey against Peters, and that's a mismatch in height. It's favoring the right side, and Drillock was able to shake and bake to get that to the front of the net and in. 1-2-3 passing play, tick-tack, and the toe from Smith. And they take the lead again, up by 2. It's insurance, it's a cushion, but by no means can they take their foot off the gas.
It's 7-6.
The Crusaders will not go away, and they've been involved in 4 close games recently: 13-11, 12-11, 15-3, 12-10. It's going to be another close one here by the looks of it. 2 defenders on, 2 defenders don't read the play there, and Brennan's able to capitalize. She caught Duffy and Chernick looking. Their feet turned the opposite way. Looked like Chernick went to defend Duffy, got in her way, and it allowed Brennan to get to the net over the top. And that was a nice feed there from Miller, who's been all over the field today. Again, those top players, Zinzer, Miller, Drillock, all showing up for the Crusaders, and we have a tie game. Ryder with the answer. Miller, what a find again. The playmaking ability from number 20 on full display. Junior from North Andover, Massachusetts. When the ball's in her stick, you got to watch out. Just thrust the ball forward, and Ryder's able to finish that off. Just like that, taking the poison out of the wound. It's 8-8. And why not Julia Garay heating up? I had 26 goals coming into this game, recorded a season high versus Navy in shots on goal, goals with 5. Building on that, one-on-one ISO, shot across the body and scores there. She has more goals in the last 2 games than she had in her first 8 games.
Navy, but she has not made the big save here today, at least this far.
Now, and this is a player that has fueled the second half turnaround for Army with 10 saves versus Stanford, 9 versus Loyola. Didn't even have to play the full games against Lehigh and American, and that capped off by her career game versus Navy with 16 saves, so 2 on the day. She had won 4 of the last 5 contests. The results were speaking, but today, not stepping up in the big moments for the Black Knights in a close contest.
And we've
half was incredible. Those are the saves that propel a team into tournament play, into winning those tournaments, becoming champions, and Sini has that pedigree now. On the other side, it seems like the Black Knights, game in and game out, have something small in their game that disrupts things. Against Loyola, they trail 9-2. Weren't picking up the best players in Black and Latch. Here, they have to make a goaltending change, only getting 1 save so far from both their netminders. So there's always something small against Navy. Draw controls. Today was goalkeeping, and it's still a tie game. So if they can hang in there, they can come away with a victory in one of the most crucial games of their season.
Can't complain much about Holy Cross at all, can you? They've been great.
They've been great all around. We've seen the way they move the ball on offense between Kittredge, Miller, Drillock, Zinzer. We're seeing how mobile they are on the attack, how they're able to be advantageous when they have the ball. And despite some early errors, they come back into the game, and they've been calm and composed.
Kittredge skips through, does not get off the shot.
May be able to nullify Duffy in the goal-scoring department, but you can't stop her playmaking ability, and that's what she does here. Motors in, 2 on her, finds a teammate. There's Valentini, and that's the thing about this team. They have the support on the attack. Valentini, Barrows we've seen chip in. Garayik is heating up. Riley's become a 1B. We just saw Merrick capitalize on an opportunity fed by Duffy. Duffy, if she's not going to score, she's going to distribute, and that's what she did there to knot this game up with about a minute left in the third quarter.
Yeah.
This is the Crusaders' best season since 2012, the last time they had 10 wins. They lost that year in the Patriot League Championship game to guess who? The team they're going to face next week. So there's no better time for Belichick to test the team's brass against the Army Black Knights here at Michie Stadium, and next week against Loyola, who's never lost a conference game. Now, part of what we talked about with scheduling is that Holy Cross has played only one ranked team, and that was in the conference, but that's because they're coming off of a season where they went 7-11, where the Black Knights had that pinnacle season last year. They played some tough teams to open the season, and now they've had to crawl their way back in their conference schedule.
This is why non-conference scheduling is so exciting. It really
again, and way to get, they always have the great team celebrations. That was a way to get and draw Cini away from the goal and deposit a backdoor feed. Duffy pumps the brakes, moves Amato, goes all the way across the body.
I apologize, it was Myrak.
That was incredible, that play from Duffy to shake and bake on that defender, deposit it to essentially what was a back door. Cini all the way to her left, and the entire net gaping wide. Mirak finding that soft spot, and now she's got 2 on the day. Mirak makes a killing in the third and fourth quarter, comes up big again to go up by 2. Really nice save. That might be the best save, most timely save we've seen this season from a Black Knight keeper.
I'm always going to call this the Tappan Zee Bridge. No, it's not the Bear Mountain Bridge. For the Tappan Zee, you got to go a little bit further south. But this is very pretty, and I remember when they were rebuilding this, and people were saying, well, you're going to have a lot of traffic when you go across the river, Nick. And I said, well, I'll just move to Jersey and PA. I'll be done with it.
Hey, how about the fact that I was driving across it and was backed up a few hours from a clinic in Westchester because a crane fell. I don't know if you could recall that.
There were a couple of those.
A couple of incidents. It's beautiful now. It is a beautiful bridge.
Some would say it was okay the way it was, but I'm not an engineering specialist. There are a bunch that are graduates from here, though. Remember the engineering branch, when these young people
save, come down the other way, take your time out, run a set play, snipe it top shelf. Riley with her 6th of the evening.
Since Kristen Skyra handed the keys to Michelle Tumalo, great effort by the Satyrs, no matter how this one ends.
Phenomenal effort. I think they play a really complete game. There's no reason to question why they have the record they have, how they've turned things around this season. It's evident they're getting contributions from everyone. Some names, we haven't even mentioned on the broadcast: Comerford, Amato, Holt, Minister, Cini. Cini's been phenomenal. Probably the best goaltender to come in here this season and play under the bright lights here at Michie. The Crusaders are having a great season, and it's in the details of their game. We're seeing how they've exposed the Black Knights in certain areas, and whether that's in draw controls, solid goalkeeping, the offense clicking, they're doing it all. I've been really impressed with how they've played, and seeing the standard that Loyola's set, the Crusaders are right there, and the Black Knights are not far behind.
27 points.